Hey there, this is Garth with Whatever Wednesday because it's Wednesday and it's me. So, as you know, it's the holiday vacation time for a lot of people. Christmas parties, vacations, all the things that happen. Where a lot of people call this the drinking season. So, right now, I'd like to talk about that and the best way to approach that because a lot of people put on their winter weight, or they get sick, or they travel and don't feel good, or whatever. So, a few tips that I've sort of figured out over the years and have learned about. One, always prioritize the protein. So the protein being meat or eggs or whatever. So when you are on vacation or you're at a Christmas party, go to that meat dish first and take a reasonable sized portion. Now I know you go into potlucks or Christmas parties and stuff like that. There's a whole plethora of different foods. Try to find the one that's probably on the leaner side and take a reasonable portion of that. Don't overdo it, but just have enough that is, say, your palm size or a 2 palm size worth, just to keep that nutrition level there. I'll get to reason why more in a second. Then next, eat your veggies. Really make sure you get a lot of vegetables in, especially if you're flying. So one of my rugby coaches that I had was a big proponent of eating a lot of salad before you fly or when you fly to keep hydrated. The vegetables will help keep your guts moving, and a lot of people do get constipated from traveling. So a good idea is to continue to eat a lot of vegetables for flying, and as well as when you're at parties and stuff like that. It's a good filler to make you feel full so you don't indulge too much in the sugary sweet stuff. So like I said, for travel, and then even there's an option for fasted travel. So if you're going, a 6 or 8 or 10 hour flight, or even farther if you're going somewhere extravagant, think about fasting through that time. The options for when you're flying are usually fairly crappy. So sometimes it's just better to not eat. I mean, drink water and you can have a coffee or what have you, trying to get on the time. But maybe just avoiding eating during that time will help you stay healthier and more on track and feel crappier when you get off. Of course, eat a good solid meal with lots of vegetables and protein before you go. And then when you land, look for the next option to be as healthy as possible. Again, prioritizing your protein and vegetables to keep your body feeling good. You'll notice that I don't talk about fats in this, and that is because if you're on these, doing these trips and stuff like that, the propensity to eat a lot of high starches or sugary or carbs and stuff like that is high, and we want to keep the carb to fat ratio in balance, meaning that if you're eating a high amount of carbs, you don't want to eat a lot of fat, and if you're eating no carbs, then you can eat more fat. But you can't eat high carbs, high fat. That's where you get fat, and we don't want to do that while we're on holiday. We've just been doing all this work in the gym all year, and then you go on holiday and blow up for 10 pounds or 15 pounds. You don't want to do that. So that's why you want to keep that in ratio. Booze, you're going to drink. That's just the nature of things. Think about eating your carbs, or as I just mentioned, you can drink your carbs as your carbohydrate. It's booze. That equals to similar like carbohydrate or sugar. So just think about that as your sort of balanced meal. You're going to have a steak, you're going to have a salad, and then you're going to have a glass of wine or 14 cocktails. That's just the way it's going to be. You're on holiday. Don't worry about it too much. But just sort of keep that in mind. The other aspect about booze is maybe trying to think about keeping it clear, more vodka waters or things like that, where you can continue to drink and be social, but you're not getting unnecessary sugars in. Just spent 10 days in Bermuda and only had 1 day or 2 days where I had a lot of sugary drinks, and it made me feel pretty crappy for several days. And so I'd really counsel you to sort of keep it on the clear side. Again, stay hydrated. If you are going to a tropical place or you are at a Christmas party or whatever, drink water in between each alcoholic drink. That'll keep you hydrated. That'll keep you from getting too boozy. And make you feel full, you'll also get a bit of a buzz, so you'll still be, social if you need that, so you can stay hydrated and your body won't feel as terrible. You might have to go pee a little bit more, but big deal. Along that, when you're at these parties, think about maintaining this booze, water, food triangle, or pyramid where you're always trying to be in balance with all of these. So if you are I don't like to eat much, but I like to drink, you're going to get too boozy. So if you want to kind of balance that food and water so you're staying in the middle of this little triangle and not getting too either way. The next day you won't feel as bad. You won't feel as bad or make crazy things on that night. So just think about balancing your booze, food, and water so that you can continue to have a good time and not feel terrible. Sleep. Sleep is always affected when you're drinking. The only way to really sort of help that is to not drink, which for some people it may be an option, but generally I like to drink and have fun. And so the sleep aspect, I want to plan to sleep in the next day and maybe even have a nap. And just sort of be okay with being restless through the night, having to go to the bathroom a few more times, whatever. But the sleep, when you're on vacation, trying to get into the time zone. So you can do this with two different ways. So you're on the time zone of where you are and get into that rhythm as fast as possible, or staying on your time zone and stay in your natural rhythm that you're at. So if for someone like me, I'm up early every day. If I go east, that would mean like if I get up at 8 there, it's the same to 5 o'clock here, which would be still on my same cycle and staying up just as late there. So it's sort of can work both ways, but making sure that you do get that rest, because the last thing you want to do is get sick while on vacation or during the holiday times or Christmas vacation time. And that's often the cause of that, is because you haven't taken care of this stuff, then you don't get a good sleep, and then you're behind the 8 ball and getting sick. So take care of these steps first. Shouldn't be too hard. Keep it as simple as possible. Have fun, enjoy the moment. Merry Christmas, whatever Wednesday, Happy New Year.